never miss another Johnny Walker LA video again, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you're always in the loop for the latest Laker news, mock draft, and college top 10. While the NBA regular season is exciting, the offseason is when the deals are made and when the teams are constructed. And this offseason for the Los Angeles Lakers will be one of its most important in franchise history, as the franchise tries to forget a disaster of a season after missing the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season, losing multiple players to injury, a coaching change, and ultimately the resignation of the president of basketball, Magic Johnson. The Lakers will have a lot of work to do to improve the franchise as a whole. So in this video, we break down 10 things the Lakers must do this offseason to once again become a contending team in the Western Conference. After the trade, the expectations is that Anthony Davis will re-sign with the Lakers in 2020. But who knows what might happen by season end. A disaster of a season could change the mind of Anthony Davis, and he could choose to sign a long-term deal elsewhere. The Lakers have seen this type of situation happen before when the franchise traded for the all-star center Dwight Howard, who would spend just one season in the purple and gold before bolting to the Rockets in free agency. If the Lakers want to avoid this type of situation again, getting a commitment early from Anthony Davis would be ideal. The Lakers don't necessarily have to wait till the summer to offer Anthony Davis an extension, as they can offer it now or at any point in the season. And after trading an abundance of assets to get him, the Lakers will do whatever it takes to make sure Davis signs on the dotted line this offseason. The Lakers acquired superstar LeBron James last offseason, and while the offseason started sooner than expected for the King this season, that hasn't stopped him from putting in work on the court. While LeBron has been an Iron Man for most of his career, he has put a ton of miles on his body, and with age has become more prone to injury. Lakers fans witnessed this firsthand last season during Christmas Day, and are no stranger to seeing their championship hopes crumble after a devastating injury. This offseason will be an important time to lay out a plan to monitor LeBron's on-court workload during the season to avoid another devastating injury dashing championship hopes. At age 35, LeBron's conditioning and recovery will be extremely important to avoid the body breaking down during the season. But not even the greatest offseason conditioning can fully prepare a player for the grind of an 82-game regular season. So like last season, LeBron and the coaching staff must find periods in the schedule where LeBron can have load management, giving his body rest to prepare for a long playoff run. Third-year forward Kyle Kuzma's improvement this offseason will be one of the keys to overall team improvement from last season, and having an opportunity to play for Team USA this offseason was a great chance for Kuzma to learn from some of the best coaches and players from around the league. While many of the veteran USA stars would withdraw from team competition, there were still loads of talent Kuzma was competing against in USA training camp. While reduced to mostly a bench role during the USA exhibition games in Australia, Kuzma was still able to show flashes of the improvements he made during this offseason. That is, until suffering from ankle soreness. This injury would cause Kuzma to sit out the USA's second exhibition game against Australia and ultimately would withdraw from international play due to the injury. As Kuzma returns home to the United States, it will be important for him to continue to do body recovery after workout to monitor his body, as he will be an important piece to a Lakers postseason run. Newly appointed head coach Frank Vogel will look to establish his own tone with this team this offseason and discuss the various sets he will look to establish early in the season. Early offseason discussions for the coaching staff will start with establishing the best players prepared to enact the coach's game plan. From the starting lineup to the bench rotation, training camp will be a great chance for coaches to find answers to these questions and establish chemistry in the offseason. After taking a year away from coaching, Vogel will have a huge task this offseason in creating a top 10 team in offensive rating, a task he has only achieved once during his coaching career in 2011. But Vogel has never had two superstar players like LeBron and Anthony Davis on his team, whose abilities can't be coached on the offensive end. Vogel will need to earn the respect of his superstars this offseason by establishing his strength on this team, which throughout his coaching career has always been his defensive preparation. Vogel has been known in Indiana as consistently having a top 10 defense in the league, so this will be one of the key areas he will be judged upon this upcoming season. The past few seasons, the Lakers have been working to get progressively better on defense. In 2018, the Lakers had a drastic improvement in defense from years past, ranking 12th by the end of the season. Last season, the Lakers stalled on the progress they made on the defensive end, ranking 12th again by the end of the season. Boosted by the addition of rim protectors JaVale McGee and Tyson Chandler, the Lakers had a hot start on the defensive end last season, but a number of injuries would occur during the season, affecting the defensive rotation, and the Lakers defense would start to slide. The Lakers goals this season should be to improve into the top 10 in defensive rating, and a key to this improvement will be the individual defensive improvements of players who struggled at times last season. Rajon Rondo, Kuzma, and LeBron James are some key players whose defensive improvements will be key to how much the Lakers improve next season. July was a big month in the Lakers offseason as the Lakers began the process of signing new free agents to the team. Unfortunately, recent news broke that recent Lakers signee DeMarcus Cousins would suffer yet another ACL tear, playing basketball at an open run, leaving him out for the season. Rumors surfaced that the Lakers have requested to speak to former Laker Dwight Howard. The Lakers were also rumored to be interested in working out Mo Spate, Jakeem Noah, and Martin Gortat. After workouts, the Lakers ultimately decided to return center Dwight Howard to the team on a summer contract, earning his salary for each day he is on the team, starting opening night, giving Howard an opportunity to prove he could be an impact player and repair his reputation as a poor locker room presence. With many new players added to the roster, it will be important the Lakers look to establish chemistry early and often with one another as they look to develop a winning culture and new team identity from years past. The new Lakers coaching staff will be tasked with making sure the Lakers are addressing poor areas from last season. On the offensive end, the Lakers' three-point shooting and free throw shooting were among the worst in the league, ranking second worst among all teams in the NBA in 2018. The Lakers' offseason addition was a conscious effort to address these issues, starting with coaching and the return of player development trainer Phil Handy, who has helped countless players with their ball handling ability. His work not only with the Lakers superstars, but with new additions to the team should provide a stronger understanding of shooting and ball control. Also coming from the NBA champion Toronto Raptors, shooting guard Danny Green should provide a huge boost to the Lakers shooting percentages. Coming off the best shooting three-point percentage of his career last season of 45%, Green will look to carry this hot shooting to the Lakers. Resting his body will be the most important thing Green can do this offseason to help the Lakers. After playing and starting 80 games with a long playoff run, Green's body started to wear down towards the end, and this reflected in his postseason numbers as his three-point percentage dipped to 32% in the postseason. The Lakers look to most likely start him at the shooting guard position to start the season to see if he can duplicate his career-high averages next season at the age of 32. The signing of Avery Bradley was also a conscious effort to increase the Lakers' three-point percentage. While not the catch-and-shoot specialist that Danny Green is, Bradley has consistently shot over 35% from deep throughout his career, but the last two seasons have been a roller coaster ride for Bradley, as he would end on a different team than the one he started with the past two seasons. At 28 years old, Bradley is still considered in his prime, but this offseason he will need to show that he has plenty of scoring potential left in the tank. Whether it is off the bench or starting, Bradley will need to show that he can be an impactful player both offensively and defensively for a Lakers team that is striving for championship success. Sharpshooter Troy Daniels has never had a chance to show he could be a championship piece, as he has fought his whole career for playing time, and it may be no different on this roster, but this also may be Daniels' opportunity to show he deserves more minutes in the future. Daniels will have to keep his three-point shooting percentages up during practice as he finds spots on the court where he can succeed in this Lakers offense this offseason. The Lakers players on the bench ability to produce will be just as important as the starter. Last season, shooting guard KCP will begin the year starting, but after totaling only 15 points in the first 3 games, Coach Luke Walton would move KCP to the bench, using him as a sixth man. This change in role saw his numbers slide in his second year with the purple and gold, shooting 34% from 3, a huge difference from the year prior of 38%. This offseason will be big for KCP to adjust to his new role off the bench and show development in his basketball IQ. Veteran Rajon Rondo had a chance to lead the Lakers' point guard position starting the first 2 games of the season before being suspended for altercation with point guard Chris Paul. Rondo would play a total of 46 games last season, mostly due to injury. While Rondo may be the most experienced point guard on the roster, he is also the oldest and has the longest injury history. And now, in the late stages of his career, Rondo must be prepared to adjust to a different role throughout the season, as other point guards may get an opportunity to shine as Rondo declines. Fourth-year guard Quinn Cook has already learned a lot from being behind 2-time MVP Stephen Curry, and in his short time became a key piece off the Warriors bench, shooting a high efficiency from deep. This offseason, Cook should be preparing to be leaned upon for the most minutes of his career and show the coaches he can be counted on as a viable option off the bench or in a starting role. Lakers forward Jared Dudley will be another new signee that will need to find his role on this team. While Dudley might not start many games for the Lakers this season, he will still need to be prepared to bring veteran presence and toughness to the team. Known for his three-point shooting, Dudley shot one of his career lows last season with the Brooklyn Nets. This offseason will be a time for Dudley to work through the shooting slump and develop chemistry with his new teammates. While LeBron James and Anthony Davis are the superstar players that lead the Lakers today, they won't be there forever, and the Lakers must have a plan for life after. After trading away abundance of draft picks and young talent, the Lakers will be looking for other areas to grow their young talent. The G League has been a key player development area for the Lakers in recent years, producing talents like undrafted fan favorite Alex Caruso, who will finally be off a 2-way deal and a full-fledged member of the Lakers after signing a 2-year, $5.5 million deal with the Lakers this offseason. Caruso would definitely earn this deal after having a stretch of incredible play to end the season, shooting a blistering 48% from deep while averaging 17 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds per game over the Lakers' 5 April games to close out the season. Caruso will have to work on his conditioning this offseason to prepare for his first full season in the purple and gold. With the Lakers' lack of guards, Caruso is definitely expected to receive more than his 4 starts he got last year, and Caruso must be prepared for the Lakers to lean on him for consistency. While the Lakers would trade away the 4th overall pick they received in the 2019 NBA draft, they would acquire a 2nd round draft selection on draft night from the Orlando Magic in exchange for a 2020 2nd round pick and cash. With this 2nd round draft selection, the Lakers would acquire forward Jalen Horton-Tucker from Iowa State. At 18 years old, Tucker isn't expected to make much of an impact this year on the team. His focus will lie with the Lakers' G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers, where he will get plenty of minutes to show his potential there. While the Lakers Summer League team didn't pick up much wins, it was an opportunity for Zach Norvell Jr. to show off some of his hot shooting, earning himself a 2-way deal after his Summer League performances. Like Tucker, Norvell will spend majority of his time with the Lakers G League, where the Lakers players development staff will look to develop his defense and unlock his game as a possible clutch shooter for this team in the future. Jordan Caroline was also an undrafted player who impressed in Summer League, earning him a 2-way contract with the Lakers. But this offseason, he will need to get fully healthy and show he can duplicate his success in Summer League in the G League. He may join recent Lakers signee Kostas Antetokounmpo, who has already spent 1 season in the G League with the Texas Legends after being drafted 60th overall in the 2018 NBA draft. Upon being waived by the Dallas Mavericks, the Lakers signed Kostas to a 2-way deal and expected to play for the Lakers G League this season. This offseason for Kostas will be important as he needs to develop his shooting and game outside of the paint. Demetrius Jackson is another 2-way player the Lakers would bring to the Lakers G League. Last Last season, he was on a two-way contract with the Philadelphia 76ers before being waived in January. After being picked in the second round of the 2016 NBA draft, Jackson has played 26 NBA games across 3 seasons. While he has gotten chances with the Boston Celtics, Houston Rockets, and Philadelphia 76ers, he hasn't latched on to any team. On a Exhibit 10 contract with the Lakers, Jackson will spend this offseason trying to bring veteran point guard experience to the Lakers G League so he can finally latch on to an opportunity. An important part of the offseason is preparing for the regular season and the teams that the Lakers are set to face early in the season. The Lakers will need to plan early to get off to a fast start to the season this year, as it will be important for a playoff run, especially in the Western Conference. Last season, the Lakers started 0-3 with games against 3 playoff teams: Portland, Houston, and the Spurs. Injuries and suspensions rocked the team early as they would fall to a 2-5 record in their first 7 games. The Lakers would start to turn it around mid-season, but the damage was already done and they couldn't dig themselves out of the hole to make it to the playoff. The Lakers will once again be tested early in the season with 3 of their first 5 games against playoff teams from last season. How the Lakers fare early in the season against these teams will reveal what they need to work on moving forward. With new coaches and players entering the season, there is still much unknown about how the season will play out. From the Lakers offseason moves, how do you believe the Lakers will fare this season? Leave it in the comment section below, but until then, it's been your boy, Johnny Walker LA, and I'm out. Bow!